Hi, my name is Dan Sloat. I'm founder and president of the Advanced Air Mobility Institute. We are an American 501c3 nonprofit research center. I'm also the president of Electro.Aero, which is an Australian-based electric aviation charging company. Both organizations, one nonprofit, one for-profit, each generally doing their part to try to help build out and promote sustainable aviation, specifically hybrid and fully electric. And that's everything from utilizing drones for social good, eVTOL, which are quite popular and trendy right now, but also eSTOL, the short takeoff and landing, and eCTOL, conventional takeoff and landing. One day we'll actually be able to utilize for regional air mobility, fully electric airplanes. In these early stages, Electro.Aero will be supporting the electrification of ground support equipment on airports. As we are starting to produce these electric vehicles and electric aircraft in greater and greater numbers, it's very important that we install the infrastructure now so that these aircraft, once they are type certified, actually do have a place to take off and land. On the nonprofit side, with the Advanced Air Mobility Institute, one of the things that's really fascinating about the parallels with AI is that we see advanced air mobility actually facing some similar challenges, in that AI is a brand new tool, just as advanced air mobility is a new tool. And so long as from a commercial interest, we are focusing exclusively on what the potential benefits are, and very much kind of downplay the risks and, I guess I would say, the potential negative consequences, how these might be abused or misused. I think two things happen. Number one, when bad actors do eventually use these tools to their own benefit, or in some cases plainly just to see havoc, right? It's a case where if we've achieved public acceptance, we will probably see quite a bit of pushback, right? Everyday people will say, is it really possible that these experts weren't aware of the possibility that these tools could be used, in these dangerous ways? And so we may lose quite a bit of public trust. At the same time, if we aren't transparent on the front end, that will in many ways hamstring our government decision makers, lawmakers, from laying the groundwork for relevant laws and regulations that have the sufficient teeth, if you will, to appropriately identify, mitigate, and hold accountable those bad actors for this, in my opinion, very foreseeable misuse and abuse. And so we see advanced air mobility actually as kind of tracking along a similar parallel path with AI. Admittedly, we can benefit from AI as a tool within the AAM context, and it's a very powerful and capable tool. But just like any tool, earlier I gave the example of a handsaw. We all recognize that its capabilities are that it can cut, and that in the hands of a talented carpenter, they can create beautiful furniture, even custom. But of course, at the same time, that same tool with the same capabilities in the hands of a bad actor could very, very clearly cause harm to people. And in recognizing these risks, there's no reason to run to lawmakers and call for a total ban and say, hey, just because this tool could be used to harm people, let's not allow anyone to utilize it, but rather to look at that situation and say, okay, well, maybe it just comes down to identifying who are authorized individuals who have perhaps necessary training to wield this tool in a way that is for good. And those conversations are very healthy to have. When it comes to advanced air mobility, there are certainly risks. These tools could be used to invade privacy. To the extent that they're weaponized, they could be used to harm people. And so AI does have a bit of a risk to an extent, because advanced air mobility is so nascent. There's relatively little writing available on the internet. And my limited understanding of AI is such that these large language models They go out and scour the internet for these keywords, and then work to synthesize them. The risk there, of course, as opposed to some of these much more established fields like physics itself, right? It just plainly wouldn't work that you had a contingency of people trying to spread misinformation about the laws of physics. They would likely be excluded from the AI synthesis. But in a space like this, because there are just plainly so few real world experts in this space, we have to be careful. And that's part of why we launched the Advanced Air Mobility Institute, to identify and give more both writing and speaking opportunities to those true advanced air mobility experts, so that when decision makers are trying to better understand, number one, how can we utilize these tools in a way that does benefit our society and our communities, but also what are on the other extreme end of the spectrum, what are the foreseeable risks, and how do we mitigate them? We feel that AI can be such an incredible tool to help propel not only the advanced air mobility industry forward, but many other industries, but there are still risks. And so at the end of the day, it's so important that we not lose sight of the importance of verifying information, right? Always coming back and checking our sources and saying, okay, if this claim has been advanced, who stated that, and what's it based on? And in that way, hopefully we can avoid missteps and one day achieve that public acceptance and ultimately public trust, because we've been transparent about the benefits, but also about the risks.